for the first time here in the preseason. And a lot of eyes are going to be on this man in his 5th season at linebacker.
And he's got a tough assignment here because he's going up against one of the better running backs in the NFL. Or with his calls and make.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Geno now to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Yards. Smith now to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Oh, look at the Jew. One man. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Smith.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Now Geno. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on third down. That is caught. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Throwing now is Geno. Sideline throw complete to Walker. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Throwing is Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. And they're playing with a lead here in this first quarter. Now Geno on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're 5. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Walker now on first and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Smith.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is this. On the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther? They had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't go there.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
I mean, say I don't own any rights to any of his music.
My days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now. The glitters ain't gold, look around where we roam through. In the land of the broken, it's a lot we was prone to. Quicker sand was engulfing, but intact with my soul. But dispatch, I'm evolving, searching for solitude. But most fold, I'm comic composed. Stop the politicking with no, they voters is frauds. I'm off the hit with the 50s, I can't be product and system. I pray to God, no, he listen, won't send my fate with some kisses. Nah, cause we ain't got time to keep off our toes. The type of vigor make you consider throwing it. To the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been the prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, like that.
Damn, where this stack came from? Middle of nowhere, bro.
Hey, never
You're coming to Bill anyway, right?
I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Moment on me, only hear my name on the roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce.
Tracks like the
West. Can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune.
Where the Hellion shit's that way out there? It's like going that way.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm a go-getter.
There's got people out here.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
Spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings defense getting prepared to go to work here in this second week of the preseason. And the one task with making the calls is going to be this man, their fifth-year linebacker.
And this is a guy that's proven to be an asset both against the run and against the pass. And that's really what the best linebackers aspire to do. They don't want to be a liability one way or the other.
The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. There, got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for the... And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the... And I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Tannehill now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now Tannehill. On the out route, he's got Burks. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. They begin with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Tannehill. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Danielle Hunter, what a start to this ball game. Still in the 1st quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They're going to look to throw. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive.
Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. On first down, Tannehill. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. Got his man, Okonkwo. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's a loss of 4, and now it's second and goal. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now Tannehill on third and goal. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Chris Moore from 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are even at 10. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They're going to have to stand tall with this drive commencing right at the midfield stripe. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Tannehill. He's got the hook up to Hopkins. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Tannehill. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Check down here for Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Gold is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They trail here in the 2nd quarter as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
They have 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 3. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club.
Close
close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.
It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. It's my time, not no Patty Philippe. They was yapping, I don't hear a peep. Yeah, I step through that spot, I don't creep. Yeah, we ain't on none of that. Can't call it lucky, I give it my all every day of the week. You know what I'm on. I see a crowd at the bottom, ain't with that, I climb to the peak. Don't ride no red, but they know what I'm on, they address me as chief. I be dripping water like a reef, slid off with the bag, but I ain't no thief. It's a sweet, they ain't even have a chance. I've been locked on that cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses like lambs. You go tell your mans. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Get that boy out of there.
It's a sweep, do my dance, Mr. Clean. Game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the dream. Paper chasing, I just made it my thing. Got the bag, I just need me a ring. GMF, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Her force ones got me walking like POTUS. God's child, so I know that I'm chosen. Drake with me, man, I feel like DeRozan. Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen.
It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
It's bag season, I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you can tell I'm a winner. I'm a walking bucket like that boy out in dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rim. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental.
It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. Hey, we ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps.
Yes, sir. It's a sweep. We the midweek. I tend to smile VVS on my teeth. Money made rather I'll never be beat. Got rid of